Welcome to the Adobe Flash Professional CS6 program. What we'll be doing is learning how to use a different program and how it's going to be utilized. First things first that we need to do is we need to make sure that your workspace looks exactly like mine. So you need to click in this top corner here next to the search function. If you actually click on there, yours might be set to one of these other types of workspaces. It might be in Essentials to start off with. What you need to do is just click on Essentials or whatever it is. Click on Animator. Once Animator comes up, make sure you click on Reset Animator, and that'll take you back to the start of what the animator looks like. Okay, what we're going to do is look in the top left hand corner. What you've got here is your file menu, just like you have in most other programs. In File you'll have Open, you'll have New, you'll have Save and all of those types of features. In Edit will be a copy, paste, etc. and all those types of things. And then you've got your various windows which will change, and commands and menus will change depending on which tools that you're using. In the top left hand corner, this is where you'll have all of your color information. So if you need to change your color quickly, this is where you'll do it. Or you click on the swatches, and in those swatches it'll have preset swatches that you can work with there. Underneath that is your alignment tools and transformation tools, so if you need to move things or resize them. Underneath that you also have your motion presets, so because this is in the animated mode, you'll find most of the presets already set there ready for you to go. In the middle section we have our timeline. This timeline controls how fast things are and how many frames we have within our animation that we're going to be working with. Underneath that we have all of our different tools I'll be using. The first few tools are for selecting and also changing things. The next couple of tools are for your creation tools, which are things like your type tool, your line tool, shape. You're also looking at pencil and also brush tools. Now if you actually hover over anything in this environment, it'll actually tell you what it is. So if you're stuck and you're not quite sure, you can just hover over something, it'll tell you what it is. If you see a little black arrow like you can see underneath the brush tool here, if you left hand mouse click and hold it down, it'll actually bring a pop-up menu that'll show you the other tool that's hiding underneath there. Okay, in this middle section here, this is your main window and your workspace. The grey area is off stage. The white area that'll come up soon, that'll be on stage, and from there you can actually control what you can see off screen and on screen as well. In the top right hand corner you have your properties, and the properties, depending on what tool you're using, will have different properties that you can change and manipulate as you require them. Underneath that is your library. Your library will control all of your assets and things that you need in your animation, so it might be things like pictures, images, movies, etc. All of those will be in there. So that's the basic startup of how you can actually get to all of the tools in the Flash environment. So what we're going to do now is quickly go up to File and click on New. Now the reason why I'm going here is if you clicked on the one that's at the front here, so if I clicked on Create New from here, it'll actually set whatever the default is. Now if you have a look at the default, you can see this is where it is here. It's set to 800 pixels by 600 pixels and 12 frames per second. And I've also already clicked on Auto Save for 5 minutes. So every 5 minutes it'll actually change. If you want to change that, any of the blue numbers that you can see there, you can change those really quickly. You can either click on the number with the left hand mouse click, and you can see I'm sliding from left to right. I can make things bigger or smaller that way, or you can just double click on it, which will allow you to go in and you can type in the number that you require. So just to start off with, I'd have a width of 800, a height of 600, and we'll set it to 12 frames per second. Make sure we click on Auto Save, so it's set for 5 minutes, and make sure that this is now the default, so click on Make Default and then click OK. So every time that you click and create a new document, what will happen is it'll give you the same dimensions and same information every single time. Okay, so as you can see here, here is our interface. Now it's set to 100%, that means we can't see everything. So if we click and change to Fit in Window, you can now see everything there. So you can see the offstage area and the onstage area here. And this is basically where you'll go through and create all of your documents. Okay, that is the start of how to get into the Flash environment. We'll go through a few other video tutorials after this.